What's up, guys? Welcome to another awesome content here. This is Peepwise and Tunde Joseph. I will walk you through this amazing content. Yeah, I'm walking to why your chart pattern fails. Why is your chart pattern failing? And we're breaking it down. I'll tell you what it actually means by what pattern actually gets mean, how to utilize it, how to maximize it, and to be consistent with your trading. And this is going to change the whole concept for you about trading. It's going to change the concept for you about using your chart pattern, why trading or coming up with trading opportunity. And this is going to be one of the best uh, lessons you actually get to see. So let me get into the whole thing. This is my trading view. If you don't know how to use trading view, I'll link the link in the description to actually get to look at how you can use this trading view. If you're using your phone, also the same thing applies, right? So chart pattern, what are chart patterns? You need to get to understand that. So well, the chart, normal chart, what we're seeing, and what are the pattern? Pattern is actually like maybe a shape or a kind of consistent repetition that gets to happen often and often and often. So it's just that how um, movement is because the reason why chart patterns are formed is because the market moves in a certain way, and in this certain way, there is no way that in the midst of the movements, patterns will not be formed. Patterns will be formed in the way the market is moving. But now the thing you want to do is to know how to read those patterns, to understand those patterns, to know how to interpret those patterns. There are a lot of patterns, lot of star patterns that you can get to know, a lot of them, a lot of them. But then again, you need to really know how to understand them. I don't use everything. Like I do always say to my students that you don't need to know everything to be profitable in this trading. You don't need to know everything to be profitable in this trading. You just need to know those things that make profit and those things that keep it consistent. Those things that make profit and those things that keep it consistent. Uh, those things that make profit and keep it consistent. You're not here for law firm, or you're not here for law firm. You're not here for law firm or whatsoever, or to become a professor whereby you need to learn and know everything. No, you're here to make profit. That is your goal. That's your first goal. Not knowing everything. You don't need to know everything. Even the more you know, the more complex the whole trading will become for you. Yes, the more you know, the more the whole trading becomes for you, because decision making becomes harder. And this is why you see that you see professors and all, because of this, they are not flexible. They are not they are not flexible. They 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 don't know how to they are not flexible whereby welcoming new thought, new ideas, because they know too much and they don't really get to execute. They don't get to execute They don't get to execute because they are considering a lot of things to make decisions. So this really has helped me also in my life, whereby I don't need to wait for everything to be perfect before I take any decision at all. So I've explained chart pattern. If you have seen my video on market structure, which I'm going to leave the link below for you, and you actually know that I'm just a simple trader. I just go high, impulse like this, impulse like this, impulse like this. So there is this pattern that is being formed, right? Yeah, there's pattern that they form. No matter how you want to be, there's see a pattern that will form. And the major question that you need to ask yourself, I'm not, I'm not, I'm not here to actually be telling you how to like different, show you this pattern, that pattern, this pattern, that pattern. I want to show you, I want to expose to you how you can maximize any pattern that you get to know about. And with these, no matter the tools, when your mind is fixed, no matter the tools that your hand get to like, no matter the tools you play your hand on, you will be able to utilize it to the maximum because you have the mindset already, not just the tool, right? You are already the craftsman, and by the time your tools come with you, you can actually use it to craft what is in your mind, right? So then, why is it that all these chat patterns are very, yeah, free? You can just chat on, like check online right now, and you just see chat pattern. So by the time I check, by the time I go right here, I check, I see a lot of them, a lot of them. Look at it. There are so much, a lot of them. But why is it that you still, is it that, why don't you, they fail? Why is it that it's free? Another question, why is it that it's free for everybody to see? Right? So, and why is it that when I use it, it makes profit sometimes if it's not really working? Right? So those are the questions you want to ask yourself. Why is it that it's free for people to see? So is it that they want everybody to be making money? This is where you need to think. You need to see beyond the box. You need to think outside the box. I mean, so you need to see beyond what is really going on. Like, why is it that this thing is free? If they want everybody to make money, but if you can get to see when it comes to trading, one thing I've understand and get to realize is the fact that you need to streamline your focus to really get the idea thing. If you don't learn how to streamline your focus, you what you are going to do in just a month, it will take you 1 year. What you are going to do in just a month, it will take you 1 year because your focus is scattered, your energy is scattered, your energy is here, your energy is here, your energy is here. What you're going to do in a short period of time, it will take you a long period of time. So that is why I'm always saying learn less, cut down what you're learning, focus on one thing, master it, focus on one person, master their approach, see what they're doing, look at it. Is it what you're looking for? Did they break it down for you? Is it simplified? And follow their footsteps. Follow their footsteps. Then when you're done, you can move to another one. When you have gotten the result that you want, it's not easy, or you have to do that, right? So now this is the cheat code right here. Because the reason why it's free for people is because they want you to think a certain way. Because a lot of people want free things. A lot of people want free things. What if I told you all this chat will fail if you use it directly? And what do I mean by failing? It will be profit. You will make profit, but it won't be profitable. When I mean it won't be profitable is that it won't make consistent profit. Yes, it won't make consistent profit. It won't make consistent profit. That's what I mean. It won't make consistent profit for you. You will lose most of the time. It was 10% and the rest. They don't mind giving you profit to get the money in your hand. They don't mind giving you profit to get the money in your hand. All they want to, all they want to do is you being emotionally attached to the profit that is being given to you. But the whole deal in trading is consistency and simplicity, right? Consistency and simplicity. And whatever strategy and approach you are using that is not giving you that is not a strategy. All strategy works, but not all strategy gives you consistent profit, right? So don't fall into that trap. So now look at this. All this chart, you need to look beyond what they give you. If you don't look beyond what they give you, you get the result every other person is getting. And now you want to stand out. You want to become the 1% trader, right? You want to become the 1% trader that knows what they are doing, that patient that knows what they are looking for. You don't just carry and go and this thing. You blow a lot of your account all the time. So you need to link beyond. And now, what is really the whole thing? Look at this head and shoulder. I really use head and shoulder a lot because there's no way all the market is. I've not seen my video on head and shoulder. Go and check it out. I did a video on head and shoulder. You need to go and check out the video I did on head and shoulder and structure. Then by the time you do that, you can come back and watch this video. And by the time you come back and watch this video, you will understand what I really mean in depth. This will give you what a lot of mentorship will not even give. Yes, I mean that. It will really give you an insight a lot of mentorship will not give. And it took me a long time to actually get to understand all these things. So now let's go. This is the normal usual head and shoulder that we are shown. That let me use the two. Yeah. So we go like this, left shoulder, head, right, head, Y, then the next head. Why do you think this is it, right? This is head and shoulder. And you say, trade it when you hit here. And what people tell you is, when you break out like this, you take the trade like this and you drop down. This will be your entry point and you drop down, right? This will be that's what they tell you, right? This will be your entry point. This will be your based on this would be an entry point and have your stop loss above it. But I'll tell you that this will fail most of the time. This will fail most of the time. There's another one, double top. Double top, yeah, 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 yeah. Take your trade downward. It's going to fail most of the time. You need to understand what is going on. You need to understand the core behind this. Why is this thing happening? And by the time you understand what is behind this, why it's happening, it will be easier for you to maximize it. So why is head and shoulder forming? And trading view is supporting this misleading because they are all in the business. They are all in the business. Nobody wants to lose. Nobody wants to give you free money. So they will have to distract you to see something else so that they can get so much things from you. So distraction is a way to get from people. Distraction is a way to get money from people. Get people not to go after the real thing. So the more you can, the earlier you can get to this, like put out distraction, the earlier you'll be able to focus and do what you need to do. The more you can control distraction and things that spark up your dopamine and feed your flesh, the earlier you can get to focus really more. So now let's go. So if you want to understand this, you need to understand structure. And I'm someone of structure all the time. Impulse correction, impulse correction, impulse correction. Instead of impulse happening, it's the same thing as higher high, lower low, higher high, lower low. After correction, it's impulse, right? But right now, it didn't form impulse, it formed correction. That is, the impulse failed. And after failing, it dropped. That is, after correction, obviously, you know you are getting impulse. And impulse to the downside, correction again. After correction, impulse. So you need to understand how this pattern go to form. Look at it. This is a pattern right here. This is head and shoulder right here. Head and shoulder and double top. Head and shoulder and double top right here. The same thing applies to double bottom and inverted head and shoulder. Why? Because they are just the reverse version of it. They are just the reverse version of it. And why this thing fails is because you cannot have series of correction. On the norm, if you watch my video on head and shoulder, I told you that head and shoulder is impulse, then correction, impulse. So shoulder consists of impulse and correction, and head consists of impulse, impulse. So now this is crap right here. This is crap right here because this is coming here, impulse, right? Correction. So impulse, then correction again, and after correction, correction. It's not no, 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 no. It's not ideal, right? You when you bring funny fact about the market trading market is when you bring any strategy here, you make profit. Any approach, even if you come at the beginning and just sell, there's a time that you make profit. You just leave it there. It's a time that you're trading going to profit. That's how they function, right? But the deal is how consistent that very thing is. What you're doing, how consistent can you come and recreate that same result every single time? Recreating that same result every single time. So now, by the time you understand market structure, you understand that it's impulse correction, impulse correction, impulse correction. That's how the market moves, right? And that's the standard of any market at all. Any market at all. So if you are working with impulse correction, and right now this one is not giving you that vibe, you should know that it's going to fail. It's going to fail. And you actually we are getting to know why pattern form because of structure. It again, then it continue up again. This drop again. It continue up again. This is just how the market is. And if the market is following a particular movement, obviously there's no how that you not see a pattern. So now, what leads to a wedge? What leads to a wedge? What leads to a channel? What leads to tick up? What leads to all those things? So you need to understand that correction comes in channel. I'm always teaching my students that correction comes in channel. If you have not joined my Telegram channel where I get to do my markup and tick, right? The link is below. Just join it. It's up because before the Telegram become a paid Telegram, I'm always doing calls every single day. So if you really want to hop your trading game, join that Telegram group right there because I am always doing calls every single day, explaining this thing I'm using it to catch it. You're catching it on every market. And this is and what I'm teaching you is not specifically pair, it's actually a universal kind of a thing. So you need to understand that well. And it's really, really get to help you. Why is this channel forming? It's because it's a correction. Correction comes in a channel. I tell my students every single time, correction comes in a channel. By the time you see a correction that it is not in a channel, trust me, there's high probability of it breaking that level. I explained this in my candlestick video. You should go check that one also. It will really help you. If you can check those 5 videos, your trading game will actually skyrocket. I'm telling you, what your mentor or whatsoever will not teach you in a paid course. I'm exposing your mind to this right here. So then you have it this way, correction, right? Then before you have the breakout, the retest, and take your trade. What is it? Is it all about breakout and retest? It's not just all about breakout and retest. You need to wait for your confirmation. Maybe you're getting your confirmation on the lower time frame. I actually explain that also, how to link your time frame together. How to link, they are all interwoven. By the time you learn, you have a strategy. You need to know how to discipline your emotions. By the time you don't discipline, you need to know what confirmation you're looking for before you take a trade, right? So all these things actually make up your trading, you as a trader, right? So then you get your confirmation and you take your trade. But if I'm seeing an impulse forming this kind of channel, I'm not taking it because it's meant to be an impulse. Impulse is meant to really drop. What does impulse mean? A force, right? What you call higher high, lower low. I don't want to complicate anything for you. Look at this our trade that we took, and this is what impulse look like. Let me delete this. That's the amount of trade that we actually took that went to profit, maximizing what you know. Look at this is impulse right there. An impulse. So correction, wedge, channel, they come in is a correction. It's a correction. It's meant to be a correction. So if it's not in a correction, don't take those trades. Those are not the trade for you. So you need to have an impulse before you take wedge. Before you take a wedge, look at this is channel, right? Before I can take this channel, I already understood that there was an impulse already. And after that breakout, retest, I wait for confirmation and I take my trade and I close my trade. Right? How I took my trade, or my students know about that. It's so basic, right? So you need to understand all these things. Everything. This one is looking like, look at, just imagine somebody with just a mere information. Now. You just come head and shoulder, impulse, head and shoulder, this is air, this is shoulder, this is this, and take the trade. Like, yes, 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 it's time to take the trade. Now, you see how you slam down. You slam down really hard. So you need to be careful of how you get to take your trade, how you get to take your trade. Will they work out? Yes, they do. But my what I'm trying to pass to you is the fact that it won't be as consistent as you having structural backup to what you are doing. And if you have structural backup to what you're doing, don't make decision based on the pattern alone. Don't just come and trade pattern. No, trade market structure, use your pattern as a confluence and confirmation to take your trade. Use your pattern as a confirmation to take your trade, right? Use your pattern as a confirmation to take it to how I use my head and shoulder and how we are making it using it so well. But there are some times that those things they will actually give you false information. But by the time you have a market structure understanding, it will really help you. Let me check Bitcoin. Let's check Bitcoin, right? So I did a video on Bitcoin. If you want to check that, you can go check that how I need for on Bitcoin. So if you want to check that, you can go check the analysis how I just made for simple thing, and I leverage on this whole thing because this is how we just made every move. No indicator, nothing. We are just leveraging on same concept, same thing all the time. Really simple and straightforward. All right. This is the first trade I took on Bitcoin, which is a sell, and here is the confirmation I got before I took the sell. Now look at this is it. This is purely head and shoulder right here. A shoulder consists of impulse and correction, right? Then the next thing, a head consists of impulse. Then what did I expect? Correction. And after the correction, I took my trade. Very simple, right? Very simple. Very simple. I took my trade and I'm all good. Yeah. And I'm all good. It's not, don't be carried away by somebody making profit. No. Be more concerned about somebody who is profiting. someone who is profitable. So now look at this right here. This is a bullish engulfing candle, right? This is a bullish engulfing pattern. And you just go like, yeah, it's going like this. You should break out and you retest and you take it to the upside. But what happens? You break out to the downside, retest and take it to downward. So if you don't understand all these things, you won't be able to utilize it so well. So you need to be very, very careful. You need to understand things so well so you can utilize them so well. So you can utilize them so well. So if you understand structure this way, help you a lot of time. This will really help you a lot of time. This will really help you a lot of time. Look at this. This is triple top. Everybody be like, yeah, triple top is a sell. What happened? Come here, then you say, okay, now after retest of the neck, take the trade downward. What happened? Every move to the upside. Every move to the upside. But if I'm to check this thing right here, and I'm not going to take this kind of trade because this is an impulse. Because I understand after an impulse is what? It's a correction. Understand that well. This is impulse. But this is another impulse. That's a discouragement from taking the trade. Why? Because I understood structure. Understood structure. So after that, we have another impulse. And after the impulse, what happened? It came here to come and form, and that is head and shoulder for you right there. Head and shoulder. And then slam down to the downside. That's another opportunity. That's head and shoulder. So by the time you have the understanding of structure and how structure get to work, it should be easier for you to leverage on any what the market is saying and interpreting what the market is saying. When there is a correction, you know that it's a correction. When there's an impulse, you know that it's an impulse. So if you understand those structures so well, no matter the pattern, you will understand it. You know how to avoid patterns that are trapped, that are not meant for you. Yeah, that are not meant for you. So now look at this. Look at another one. This is double bottom right here, right? So you're expecting after this breakout to come here to retest and take your trade, right? What happened? Look at the week, this week. They know that you are waiting for them right there to take the trade because they know what they have put in the market for free for people to read, for people to understand. People go, yeah, yeah. It's just double bottom. They took them, everybody out. But those who understand structure will not take that trade. Because after this is it, impulse, right? Impulse, this is a correction right there. After a correction, it's meant to drop, not to up. So someone like me, I will not take that trade. I won't take that trade. I won't take that trade. But I will take this trade right here, this one right here. Why? Because this is a correction. This is what I'm looking for. Everything right here is actually a correction. This is what I'm looking for. And it's sure. It's sure. So you need to really get to understand the structure to take advantage of this thing. And I hope this video is really helpful for you. And if you know you got value from this video, just like, subscribe to my channel. If you want to join my exclusive private group, click the link below. You join it. I'm dropping signals, I'm dropping everything just for a short period of time. So you should be watching, you should get in as fast as possible before I actually get to lock up people and make it a paid channel. I just want to reach out to as many people as possible with this. And by the time you're liking, you are subscribing, you're commenting, it actually helps to reach out to brothers and sisters out there who are also struggling with trading or who want to up their trading game, just like you. And just like you, just like you, and you'll be able to really get to utilize all this trading game and take your trading game to the next level. So I really appreciate this. Check all these other videos below, and I appreciate your like, I appreciate your comment, I appreciate your subscription, and this is really helping all of you that family and that you and yeah, keep your trading simple, keep to the basic things, and you can see how we're just milking all these things. Bitcoin, I've been milking Bitcoin since, look at this, 2, 3, 4, even at 5 since April, right? And you can actually see this is EURUSD, this is EURUSD. What I told you, the concept I teach actually work for all markets, like all markets. Is not market centered or peer centered or anything. This is EURUSD, and this is, I drop this straight from my team, and the milk it really bad. Look at it. This is it right here. This is the buy right here. You have been milking this. Go and check. including stock, including anyone at all. This stock right here, the IBM. So the approach is very, very basic and it's quite interesting. This IBM, we are staying profit. Did I say we are not eating stop loss? Yeah, we are eating stop loss, but our win rate is very, very high. It's very, very high. This is I've shown you cryptos, I've shown you currencies, I've shown you this stock. And now we are having what's it called? Synthetics also, same thing. You know the market when you understand all this. So join my group as fast as possible and leverage on the videos that are free right here. And you can reach out to me if you want anything. I'm going to respond. If you and if you're needing a broker to work with, you have that broker right there. The broker using trading stock, the broker using trading synthetics and currencies. They are down below. Whatever question you have, just reach out to me. I'm going to respond to you. Let's go. Thank you for being on this call with me, and I hope you actually on this content with me, and I hope you actually got value. And if you got value, I think I deserve a like, I deserve a thumbs up, and I deserve a comment and a subscription. So please subscribe and remember everything I told you. Your pattern should be based on market structure. Your pattern should be based on market structure. Think in terms of structure before you use your pattern. The pattern should be as information for taking the trade. Let's go.